Hello guys, I'm making this video on the Savage Access 2 precision rifle. I haven't seen too many videos online reviewing this or giving much information about this rifle. So this is just to talk to you about what it is and some of the features that this rifle has. So first we're going to start at the end of the barrel. We have a threaded barrel and a 5x28 thread pattern. The next feature I'd like to show you guys is this M-lock rail. This rail does not go all the way around the barrel, only on the sides and the bottom. The bipod that I went with is the UTG Recon Flex bipod. I picked it up on Amazon for less than 50 bucks. The next feature is the Picatinny rail, which sits on top of the rifle for mounting your optics. As you can see here, I've chosen the Vortex Diamondback scope. This is the DBK-100-27. It is the first focal plane. It is a 4:16 zoom by 44 millimeter. To mount the scope, I use Vortex's 30mm Pro rifle scope rings. This is the package they came in. And this is the part number. What I want to point out to you guys is the MDT pistol grip here. This is an interesting grip as it is bellied right here to really fill out your hand. See if I can get a shot of that. I find this grip to be rather comfortable in the right or the left hand. I'm right-handed, so this is how I would normally grip it. It is a little bit slippery though, as this is semi-textured, but the texture is so minimal that it does kind of slip. I haven't tried shooting this with gloves on, so I couldn't tell you what that's like, but at the gun range, everything felt good, but my only gripe is that it is a little bit. The magazine release, you just push forward, and this is ambidextrous. This side here. The safety on this rifle is located above the trigger on top of the rifle. As you can see, it sits just below the bolt. And in order to disengage the safety, you have to reach pretty far up to get to it. As you can see, there is a red dot that is exposed, and then it is covered up when it is on safe. Now there is a little bit of play here. And as you guys can hear, there is a positive click so that you know that you are working with your safety. All right, guys, now I'm going to show you the bolt. See, just like any other bolt, lift it up, slide it back, push it down, and you're ready to go. Here's the magazine that's shipped with the rifle. As you can see, it is chambered in .308. My rifle is a 6.5 Creedmoor, but utilizes .308 magazines. This is a 10-round magazine designed by MDT for Savage to go with the precision rifle. As you can see, MDT's got their logo all over this thing. And just for your reference, all of this olive drab that you see on the rifle is polymer. It is not aluminum, it is not steel, it is just plastic wrap. So I picked up a secondary magazine from Magpul. As you can see, it is chambered in 7.62 by 51. And this is an AICS short action magazine. Alright guys, the last features I want to show you on this rifle are here on the buttstock. As you can see, this is made by MDT. The three features that are on this rifle are going to be an adjustable cheek rest, QD attachments on both sides, and an adjustable length of pull. To adjust the length of pull, you would utilize an Allen head wrench, unscrew this, and make your adjustments and tighten it down. To adjust the adjustable cheek rest, you would use these two bolts right here, which again you're going to be utilizing a standard size Allen head wrench. Now the QD sling attachments I've had a little issues with. My Magpul QD sling swivels would not attach. Now I did try out my Sanfi QD sling swivels that I got off Amazon for less than 15 bucks, and those snapped in, locked up just fine. But when I tried to use my Magpuls, they just wouldn't work. Now this is the Magpul QD sling swivel that I tried to use in this stock. Now it fits on the inside, and I'll show you guys here in a little bit. It will fit inside, but the ball bearings will not go in far enough to lock into place. So while it fits and stays there, it does not, it will not lock in place. So just a small pull will disengage the QD sling swivel, which of course, if it's on your shoulder, you're gonna drop your rifle. All right guys, so I wanted to show you that this Magpul QD sling attachment does not fit my rifle in particular. Again, this, to me, this seems more of a Magpul issue than a Savage issue. As you compare this Magpul here that you see next to this Sanfi, which is just a cheap Amazon QD sling swivel. The Sanfi, the shinier one, has a lot more room between the ball bearing and the top part of the QD swivel. So I'm going to show you the Magpul first. Again, the Magpul is the one with more of a matte finish, and I'm about to insert now. So as you can see, it fits inside the hole, but the button here is still mostly depressed and has not come back out. And even when I press really hard, I'm not able to get the QD sling swivel to engage in the lock position. So with very little effort, I just pull it out. And this is true on both sides. So again, I have put it in and just pulled it out with very, very little effort. So it definitely fits inside the hole. It just does, the Magpul is ball bearings here are not far enough down to allow the ball bearing to engage the QD attachment built into the buttstock here. Now again, this is my cheap Sanfi SANFEE QD swivel. It's very shiny, but as you can see here, it's got some wear and tear on it because it actually engaged properly. We'll try to get this on video so that you guys can see the button engaging. It's pretty glossy, which may help to see the button engage. Quick press, and now it is engaged. As you can see, it does allow for a swivel. There's nothing that locks it into place. Here, when I try and pull this out, I am not successful until I engage the button. Of course, when I engage the button, it comes right out. So here I'll show you the differences, between the Magpul and this cheap Amazon QD swivel, so you can see the differences, hopefully. So for sighting in my rifle, I'd taken it to a local gun range that had a 100-yard indoor range. It started off with the Hornady American Whitetail round, which is chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor and 129 grains. As you can see here on the box, it is just a soft tip. There's no ballistic tip whatsoever. After zeroing my rifle scope, I went ahead and switched to the nozzler ballistic tip. As you can see, it's at 140 grains. It is a heavier round, but at 100 yards at the indoor range, I didn't see any difference at all in the flight pattern of the projectile. I would expect, of course, being outdoors and shooting greater distances, I would definitely see a difference. But for what I was doing, you know, the bullets felt the same and they were hitting in the same spots on paper. Could not tell a difference. As far as recoil with this rifle, as I'm sure that people would like to know, this gun, as heavy as it is, being a 10-pound gun out of the box, and of course with a fully loaded magazine and the bipod and the rifle scope, I mean, you're still probably under 11 pounds easily. But the 6.5 Creedmoor shoots really, really easy. It didn't feel anything more than shooting an AR. Like this is a rifle that you could shoot all day and not feel beat up. All right, guys, this is going to conclude my video on the Savage Axis 2 precision rifle chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor. So if there's anything that I forgot to mention feature-wise on this rifle, you can let me know and I'll try and do a follow-up to any of your comments. And if I need to do a follow-up video discussing, you know, anything else that I may have missed about this rifle, I can certainly do that. Anyway, I highly recommend this rifle, as it is fun to shoot, it is accurate, and it is priced really, really well. So if you're looking for that long-range rifle for under $1,000, this will get you there all day. Have a good one.